Hello, everyone. We are back and ready for Game 2 here of the Speed Gaming Live 2023 Finals. Yet again with the introductions, I am Signerath11, joined in the booth by Hate 13th as my co-commentator, and Maddie, aka Madam Materia, aka Isabel Zephyr, doing our tracking. So, Game 1 went to Pickles and Beer, won by a handy margin, and now it is time for Game 2. Hate, I'll let you do your stuff.
Yeah, Game 1, there was an unfortunate loss for Serisan of a grind, set him back a bit, and while Serisan was still getting his grind on, Pickles and Beer had finished up his grind and was moving on through and getting the murder taken care of. Alright, so this seed we've got, well, Black Belt Thief, White Mage. This time the Black Belt can equip fighter swords, which might actually be useful for the beginning game. Thief has plus 10 vitality, not nearly as good as the legendary. And the White Mage has Thief swords. Yay. The Red Mage can equip axes, and Black Mage gets warp if he can find them.
Yeah, that's gonna be if.
Yeah,
so yeah, I mean,
we've got the same modifications the flags the runners requested last time, which is required Warmick if you go to Sky and Proc Gen Waterfall.
Now, the only problem is going to be that there very well may be no sweeper here at level 1, unlike last seed where there was that sweeper at level 1. And so that could actually cause this early game to go on just a little bit longer.
Yeah, it depends on what the item is they start with. Last time they started with the Bane Sword, we'll see what they start with this time. And we dropped the game just about 9.5 minutes ago, so it'll be just about 30-45 seconds or so before we get going.
I mean, how ironic would it be if it's another Bane Sword?
Honestly, given that it's pulling from just the non-modified version of the spell items, it's a non-insignificant chance, because you've got Bane Sword, you've got the Zeus Bonk, you've got the Thor Hammer, and you've got
Black Shirt.
Black Shirt, yeah, that's it.
Mage Stick.
And Mage Stick. Yeah,
so
I think
yeah,
you got a decent chance for it.
It's a 20% chance on each item.
Yeah. Which, when you're used to playing with garbage flags like I make for myself, which is like, oh yeah, who knows what you're going to get? Do you have Spellcrafter on? Who knows? All right, and we are off.
An instant party switch for both runners to get that Thief up into slot 1. Level 1 White Magic, we have Wall, Invis, Pure, and Heal. Level 1 Black Magic.
Pile of trash. Well, we have Crack at level 1.
I mean, that's the only good thing at level 1 Black Magic.
Yep.
And we got Cabins, Tents, Pures, Softs, and Heals at the item shop. So no early shop item this time around. Could be a little bit of time before that's found.
Yep, alright. And both runners almost in lockstep, heading up to Temple of Fiends. Serisan's going to be making the chest play, whereas Pickles and Beer is just going to be going straight on. And it looks like it was a Bane Sword again.
And this time it actually only took 1 round to get rid of Garland with that Bane Sword. So that puts everybody up to level 3. Going to get bat blocked here. And the King handing over the slab. Princess Sarah handing over Matoya's crystal. And that's a Black Wizard.
Yeah, that's real nice to see.
I mean, that's Brack.
Yeah, that Brack, it's a 4th party member when you're still low level, so the XP deficit won't be so large.
It's huge. All right, Serisan
picking up that Black Wizard and heading back into Canaria to pick up the Brack, I guess? Yeah.
Yeah, it would only be the Brack. All right, Pickles and Beer checking Matoya's closet, getting an Opal bracelet, -2, huge absorb item right there.
Yeah, And getting a ruby from Matoya.
Was it a ruby, though? Because I think it was a latte.
Well, you know, latte, ruby. The Titan takes them all.
Now, that Black Wizard does have warp to start, so that is going to make Ice Cave a bit faster. That is also going to allow a faster expedition of ordeals, unlike what we saw with the last seed, because that ordeals was a massive troll.
Yeah, that one was kind of a mess. All right, level 2 white magic. We've got heal 3, life 2. All right, we got some good stuff there. Ooh, sushi for Serisan.
I could go for some sushi right now.
I know, right?
All right, Bane Sword, number 2. Is this going to be a 9 for 9 on the Pirates from Pickles and Beer? Let's find out after Turn Order decides to go. All right, Black Belt, you can use the Bane Sword.
Yeah. Pirates have real low MDef, so I'm not surprised that it hit so many of them, but there's always the one survivor.
Gotta hate it when you see an 8 out of 9.
Yep. Didn't last too long, though.
Second usage, getting that last one out of the way, always nice to see. There is Quake here at level 2 Black Magic and Warp.
You want sweepers? No.
I like the lack of sweepers, and that's a cube for 79.49 here in the item shop. Serisan very well may go ahead and grab that after defeating these pirates. It's just going to depend upon how much he spends here on the white magic. Going to go ahead and pick up heal 3 at life 2. I think he's going to have enough. I'm not 100% certain, though.
It'll be real.
All right. How many survivors is Serisan going to have? Looks like it might be 1. No, 2 survivors this time. No 9 for 9 Bane for either of the runners.
And just slapping the pirates as well, because it's not like they actually have a decent amount of hit points anyways. And down goes the rest of the pirates. I think that was about 1,000 gold or so. So yeah, it should be enough for Serisan to pick up that cube.
And there's... Oh yeah, Pickles is heading straight over to Northwest Castle. Gonna find out what Mr. Astos has.
Yeah, Serisan stopping by the weapon shop, picking up a large dagger. Because, yay, look, the thief can do something aside from slapping effectively, but not picking up the cube.
I'm unsure about why Serisan did not decide to pick up the cube. Unless he's saving it for later.
Yeah, he may very well be. Because the item shop wasn't super far out of the way, at least as much as it normally is. Meanwhile, we didn't see what Astos had for Pickles and Beer. We don't know if he actually took it down or not, but we'll figure that out when we get to it.
And that's TNT up at the top.
Alright, so that is a walk on out and save, or warp out, because you've got enough warp charges.
But first, wolves.
Alright, the canal. Serisan's like, I don't need that, I'm out. I'll deal with you later if I have to.
Yeah, lack of a ship right now is, it's a thing.
Yeah.
Alright, Serisan has made it into the good old Marsh Cave. Should be picking up that TNT in just a moment. Pickles getting some levels. And gonna go ahead and warp out.
Makes sense. Heading back on to turn in that TNT. Or, nope, he's heading on over to Elfland first.
Which is a play that I like, because you have both your level 3 and level 4 magic here. You can actually check to see what they have. Speaking of which, level 3, we have Nuke Lit 3. Of course, Nuke's going to be the option to pick up there. And level 3 white magic, we have Fade.
Yeah, alright, that's pretty good. And Ruse, which, can be useful for keeping the white mage alive if, things go poorly. But, given that it's a short Topher, keeping the white mage alive is not much. Alright.
And that...
Woo. And Ice 3, Fire 3.
I think Serisan's forgotten that he has Warp.
I think he did too.
That's not good if he's forgotten that he has Warp. But Pickles looking to be in a pretty good spot here to take out Astos just right out the gate. Unless Astos has, I don't know, mute.
Or any AoE spell, because, yeah, there's not a lot of hit points on this team. But that Fade comes out doing pretty good damage, taking out Astos, getting that Canal.
Yeah, and yeah, I think Serisan completely forgot that the Black Wizard has Warp.
Yeah, and I don't know if he picked it up or not when he was in Provoca.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. All right, Pickles going to turn in that TNT. And that's a Red Wizard
chilling out there. All right, there is the herb from that TNT.
And not going to take the Red Wizard, which, I don't think that's a bad play.
Yeah, I can understand it. I personally would have probably taken the Red Wizard over the Thief just because you've got the Black Wizard to try and run, and that would give you another nuke caster, as well as another Life 2 caster.
Yep. I'm absolutely with you on this. We did see the herb come from the TNT, and now this herb is probably going to become, let's say, the ship. Oh, no, it is the canoe.
It looks like Serisan is checking the encounter table, trying to see how bad it is, or where the first encounter comes. Looked to be a fairly healthy walk before you get your first encounter there.
Yeah, a little unfortunate on that walk, but probably needing to get some levels real quick.
Yeah. Make sure you actually have enough levels to cast Nuke and Fade, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it was, because Pickles and Beer did get that other encounter down while he was up at the top of Marsh, where Serisan unfortunately had to run away.
And level 6 Temper, so Temper not going to be really a big thing today. A bottle from the Sages. So great, you're heading to Ice Cave.
Yeah, go get your adamant out of ice to then go back to Dwarves to get your ship.
We can hope. We can hope.
If that's exactly how it rolled, I'm going to be sad and happy at the same time.
Right, Serisan getting a single high roll nuke out, taking out Astos, pulling up to level 7, getting the Canal, and going to be heading on up to pick up his herb from Narek.
All right, Serisan is going to head up, turn in that TNT, get the herb, and then get that canoe afterwards. And then it's just going to be heading on over to Crescent Lake and Ice Cave. Pickle's already in the Ice Cave. Hopefully the encounters in here aren't going to be too terribly bad.
And Serisan taking that Red Wizard over the Thief. And forgetting that he's got Warp.
Again. I think Serisan might have a bit of tilt from that last seed, and that's what's causing Warp to be forgotten.
And he saw level 8 spells and goes and checks and goes, oh, crap.
Yep. But at the same time, he bought Warp at level 2. When he pulled up his spell list to cast Nuke, he saw Warp right there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there then.
All right, that is the canoe in tow for Serisan. Pickle's about to see what the tile here has. Good old mage tile, if you will.
Nuke on his Red Wizard. And it's zombies. Nobody cares.
That's a beautiful mage tile, but a Zeus Bonk out of the deal.
That's something to use for the black belt.
And now my personal favorite play here, checking the eye tile.
Yeah, no, you always, if you're looking for grind and you've got access to an easy spike tile check, you always want to take it. And slow slimes.
You know, that tile actually would work as a starting grind in order to get some decent levels on the party.
Yeah, I would probably take a couple of those slime tiles.
But now it's on to the 6-pack of ice. And if the seafood party pack is here, that's going to be a lot of pain.
And Serisan checking the armor shop in Crescent Lake, finding gold Cheerios -2 for 48,000 gold.
All right, images. These guys were annoying last seed.
Seems like they're just punchy this seed.
Hey, I was wondering where I left that sword.
Yeah, no, weird sword. Wait, no.
So we know that the incentive item is going to be up here. Come on, show us the adamant.
Where's the key? Directly to the ship.
Well, we tried.
Yep. But they've got canoe, they've got canal, they've got ship. That means Ordeals is in play.
But they also have Ruby, which means Titan's Trove as well as Sarda's in play.
Yeah.
And ultimately
Ordeals,
speaking,
though.
yeah. Ultimately speaking, I have a feeling that Pickles is going to go for the Titan's Trove and Sarda play first, just because 2 birds, 1 stone.
Yeah, that does
there
make sense.
There might be a pun intended.
In Pickles' case, it'd be 2 check 1 cup. Because it's, the latte.
Yeah.
And Pickles remembering where the ship spawns when you find it in Ice Cave.
Yeah, that's always nice to remember exactly where it's going to show up.
The
Pickles
line of demarcation is where the map edit is that we've made that has the mountain pass removed, or the mountains removed, creating a pass from Ice Cave to Volcano.
Yep, and
it's above that line, it's going, well, yeah.
Pickles went ahead and picked up the cube while here is checking the armor shop, gonna not grab anything, which, that's actually not bad.
Yeah, it's understandable as to why. Well, and down goes Serisan's black belt right before the fade goes out, which would have been useful. Oh, sharks with damage poison.
Ow. And then Scorch.
And the FFR special of, alright, I'm going to attack it. It's still alive. There's the last thing. I'm out.
Yep.
It's going to make you use some resources before you can actually escape.
And Maddie giving us the flaming shark song. Yeah, Pickles and Beer doing exactly what I thought. Gonna head over here to Melmond and then do the Titan's Trove and Sarda play before going over into the Castle of Ordeals, unless the airship is here. In which case, that could lead to a potential of Ordeals not being required. If Ordeals is required, that's going to be funny.
Great. We got Cure 4 at level 5. We've got Pickles making sure he's not going to get Loopa-Looped again. Quad X at level 5. Pickles heading on over to feed the Titan his coffee. You can give him his morning coffee, let him run off.
What is this concept of morning coffee?
It's the first coffee you have in the day. I don't care if it comes at 3 in the afternoon. It's morning coffee.
That works. All right. Pickles and Beer into Sarda's cave as Serisan looting through the 6-pack and is ready to go. Sarda's vanilla.
Yep.
So now it's going to be a question of what's Titan holding on to. Come on, Power Bonk. Black shirt,
kind of a nice line.
money. And a lot of money at that. And it's a floater.
Floater, all right.
Looking pretty good here, I'd say. So Serisan just got the ship and should be heading up towards the Provoca dock. And absolutely remembers about that line of demarcation.
Given that Serisan does or is one of the leaders of the Duckling program, not surprised.
Oh, neither am I. And Serisan coming back into Provoca, remembering that the cube was here at the item shop, is going to go ahead.
Magic. Or not.
Ultimately deciding the extra warp's not necessary.
And Pickles and Beer is in the air, heading on down to probably turn in that bottle, which as soon as we get the stream unpaused, we will know what it actually is.
Let's go, hamsters! Oh, Mohawk guy doing Mohawk guy things. Always feels bad.
All right, there he's picking up that extra warp and remembering, all right, I've got lots of warp now.
Yeah, a lot of warp's always a nice amount of warp.
So I brought Serisan up on the alternate, on another screen. He has, I don't know what he did, but he got the Lefane check-in, he got the bottle in, and he has just done the, excuse me, the Cardia Island incentive and found the chime.
Serisan or Pickles?
I meant Pickles. All right, so he's back in. I see there's about a 45-second delay between where his stream is live and the restream, which is about normal.
That's not too bad. Not sure what old Pickles did pick up, but
all right,
we'll find out
so it looks like he picked up a key from somewhere because he just opened up the Canaria Treasury and got the loot.
Oh, right now he's in Cardia picking up that chime, so...
I am watching the wrong screen.
I was going to say, you are definitely watching the wrong screen, because Serisan just picked up that floater from the Titan's tunnel. But yeah, he's definitely about to use that key. So it was either from the Lefane turn-in or from the bottle in and of itself. But that is going to put Pickles into grind and go mode. So this is a super fast seed.
And apologies for my prognostication, i.e. watching the wrong stream. All right, there we go. Now we've picked up where I was, or where he was. All right, Serisan in the air now, heading on down to turn in that bottle, so we'll actually get to see what came of it.
Unless hamsters do hamster things. In which case, then we'll never know.
All right, Pickles and Beer taking the key, gonna go check and see what comes from Toflock. Survey says waters.
This could work out. The key came from the ferry.
All right. And now we'll get to see what Lefane gives us.
All right, there goes Nuke. There's still one water elemental standing.
Pickles opting for the Ice 3 instead of the Nuke, which is not a bad idea because waters, being water, are weak to ice.
Yes.
Don't ask me the logic of it. It is what it is.
It's a fast bonk. That was the power gauntlet.
Okay.
That's
not a bad find.
It's really not an insignificant find.
Especially since I don't think we've actually seen fast yet.
I don't think we have either. Alright, Serisan's making a stop in the Oasis. Gonna pick up some save items, and I think... I might be mistaken here, but I think we're gonna see an overworld grind here in a moment.
I don't think so. There's a fairly long run off the hard encounter before you run into something, I think.
I think there is too, but With him picking up 51 tenths, that tells me that one of two options are about to happen here. It's either going to be an overworld grind, or it's going to be a we're just going to go do the thing.
Yeah. All right, so we've got mages in Astos' closet. And Urshark.
I mean, that Urshark with the potential of the Wizzahag is not bad to find.
Yeah, it's better if you actually have some spell charges to toss at it.
What are spell charges? Nobody needs that where we're going.
All right, there's the loot for Serisan. And
might be
Pickles
time.
Nope, this ain't worth it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, might be time to go check that Earth Cave. Did Serisan
joining in that as well?
Did Serisan not check Sarda?
I don't believe he has yet. Though he has no. I think he did because he's got the floater.
I mean, we'll find out here in a moment whenever he opens up his inventory again.
Well, try to at least. Menuing is real quick. Real hard to keep an eye on. Given that he's heading down, though, I think he probably did hit Sarda.
He does not.
Nope.
I was fairly certain he didn't.
Oh, and he has forgotten that Sarda exists.
Or he's thought that he picked up Sarda.
Nope, he's just going to go check the grind tiles.
The other option is that he's just wanting to avoid Earth entirely.
Could very well be.
Honestly, I would go check Gurgle Volcano at this point.
Yeah. You know, it's a quote-unquote pre-dungeon. Don't have to have any items to get in there.
And
a bunch of spike tiles.
And with 2 nuke casters and 3 fade casters, like, this would be perfect.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, 2 nuke casters and a fade caster. So, I mean, you've got 3 fairly powerful AoEs going out. And in turn, just getting quite a bit of EXP. Yeah, Vampire had a lot of screen time there thanks to hamsters. Wizzahag not having much HP. Those Ursharks having about 400. That's really not bad. Blue Dragon. Gonna go after it. All right.
At least gonna try to. Not getting a whole lot of hits. Not getting a whole lot of damage either. Wanting to save those nuke charges, which I can understand, because nuke is kind of precious.
Yeah, nuke's on a bit of a premium right now. But that's level 15 party-wise for Pickles. Other tile is a Frost Giant.
Yeah, probably Yokai pack.
Oh, right, absolutely.
Volcano, we have got Wizards.
And we'll find out what the Gurmworm tile is on the Agama floor.
Nope.
If it turns out that the Agama tile is the I tile, that's going to be really good for Serisan. Because that's going to...
Green grind.
That's just bounce back and forth constantly until you're done.
Yeah. And without incrementing encounter table or anything along those lines, like I said, it is dream grind.
Zombie D's not bad. Not a bad find here.
Yeah.
Still pretty good EXP.
Oh, pretty thin as well. Less than 180 hit points, it looks like.
Oh, baby.
And we've got Black Knight in place of Lich. This thing's gonna die real quick.
But first, it's got to get Pickles and Beer the cold shoulder.
Yeah, a little bit chilly. And actually having some hit points there. That was a 376 roll that it stood up to.
Yeah. Second nuke comes out for 232, but that's going to do it. Oh! Oh! These guys have Blaze. I don't think they're going to be
that
as...
causes stun.
Yeah, I'm not sure on the viability of these guys.
Yeah, that just makes things a little bit riskier. Oh, that wasn't even the Agama tile. That was the Gurworm tile. Agama tile is garbage.
So now the question is he going to dive in and check the red D tile?
Yeah, that's the risky one. And the answer is yes. Yes, he is.
Yeah, this is the risky tile.
Yeah, Pickles and Beer checking that tile whilst in the actual armory. It's a quote-unquote unsafe tile here.
Is that a vanilla red D tile?
I believe it is.
With
less than
240 HP or less. And cannot hit.
It missed a white mage. And it looks like Pickles is going for that zombie D tile.
He's going to have to hope to not get blazed multiple times.
Yeah, he hasn't seen it. So, he's, as far as he's aware, they're just punchy.
Yeah, this red dragon cannot hit the white mage at all.
The red dragon apparently is wearing blinders today.
I would say so. Oh, there we go. There's a hit.
Poison touch. That's not too shabby to see.
It's going to make things go a little bit faster. There we go. Now it's starting to hit.
Which is kind of a good thing because I think that white mage is just about out of fade charges, meaning its viability and usefulness is fading.
Ha, nice. Last nuke charge on the red and the black. Less than 155 HP.
Oh my god. It's paper.
Hey, free Agama!
Hey. Yeah. And here we see an Agama in the wild. And I don't know what happened with Pickles. I think he was probably noping on out and saving.
Either that or he ended up getting blazed.
Yeah. We'll see if he stops on the Agama floor to check that zombie D tile, if he was, popped out on to save, or if he got, jumped.
Alright, here we go. It's almost that time for the solo black belt on Serisan's side.
Okay, Pickles must have seen the blaze, because he's like, nope, I ain't touching that.
Yeah, this black belt's about to do some fun stuff.
Pickles and Beer discovering that the Agama tile is a disappointment. Yeah. And, okay. Maybe gonna try the zombies again. It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it works.
As Serisan is locked in on the red D.
Yeah, with 80-something heal pots left, he's fine.
And the fact that he can just straight up one round it.
Yeah. Level 24 on Serisan's side, which is beyond the point of needing to leave your black belt with parental supervision.
He just has to go through and heal. Welcome to the Red Dragon training program.
Yep, Pickle's getting lucky in the fact that he was only finding single zombie Ds. Did notice that they have gaze, though.
That would be what stunned Serisan earlier.
Yep.
Alright, level 27 already for Serisan. Looking pretty good on this grind. Soon to hit level 28. Question from Lynn. Does Serisan have a ribbon? Not to the best of my knowledge. He does not.
I don't believe he does. But given the red D is only punchy, I think he's probably pretty good. All right, level 20 across the board, Pickles and Beer side, except for the thief who is very carefully monitoring the floor.
Yum. Volcano floor.
All right, and Pickles and Beer, black belt, has hit the age of adulthood.
And now it's time to just attack.
Yep.
But it is going to take a little bit of time for Pickles and Beer to really get to one-rounding these, because at the same time he's also got to hope that the targeting works well enough to take out the black wizard and that white mage.
Gotta drop the magic casters before, bad things happen to the black belt.
Exactly. Serisan is just going to continue killing off these red dragons. Is level 33 at the moment, so looking pretty good right now. Already at that 8-hit breakpoint. And the red dragon's missing, so yeah, this is going to start going relatively quick.
And yes, Serisan is apparently part of the Red Dragon Genocide Project right now.
Good old Red Dragon Project.
Pickles and Beer realizing, I forgot to strip my mages of their armor.
Yeah, it might help to do that. Serisan just continuing to chug on along at level 36 out of level 42.
I do wonder if Pickles and Beer is aware of the Blaze, because when it comes to groups of 2, he has been going pretty aggressively on trying to drop them.
Well, if he wasn't, he is now.
Yep. I mean, thankfully enough, it comes behind that gaze, so it is a bit safer than we had previously thought, but that still could be an issue.
Yeah, because if that gaze does get through the Black Belt Zone Def, that could just end up causing issues.
Yeah.
39 for Serisan.
Time to shotgun some heal pots.
And a lot of them at that. So yeah, Serisan is in a bit of a situation as needs to find the Oxyale or just go back to Sarda, grab the rod.
Yeah, it's not a pleasant place to be at.
It's not. And at this point, I think the only incentive locations that haven't been checked are Ordeals as well as Waterfall.
Yeah. Meanwhile, on Pickles and Beer's stream, 45 seconds into the future, he's still grinding.
All right, 42 achieved for Serisan. Level up.
And this carry analog is going to be in for some trouble.
Prepare the pain train.
All right, and we are back with Pickles and Beer, still in the midst of his grind. Hegnazzo, 10 hits, 1124, still alive. 10 hits, 1158. Bye-bye.
The good old hi Cagnazzo, bye Cagnazzo. But Serisan, with that grind done, looking to be in pretty good shape. Just needing the one key item, and then we'll be able to finish out everything. Pickles, though, working on getting the second orblet. And it looks like Serisan is just going to go ahead and go straight for the Sky Palace. I do think Serisan full-on memory hold Sarda.
Beef. Well, we'll see.
Find out here in a moment.
Pickles and Beer is done with his grind and heading on through to murder Pignazzo.
Done with that grind a lot faster than Serisan was. Serisan's grind, even though it did have the off-step encounter, ultimately ended up being a lot safer due to not having to worry about that blaze.
Or the blaze, yeah. Oh, and Pickles looked like only went to 31? Or maybe it was... Yeah, no, 616 hit points. That's
31.
30. Yeah. Oh,
nice slow.
All right.
Oh.
1564. Down goes Pignazzo. 33 for Pickles and Beer.
Yeah, it was 32. As Serisan is ascending the rest of Sky, Pickles is going to come back in. Probably finish out going to 42.
Yeah, it looks it.
I do like breaking the grind into 2 here because that also allowed him to save the orb.
Yeah.
Alright, Serisan, about to take us to a trip, or take us on a trip to McDonald's.
Yep. And as soon as the airs, let him by.
And it is time for McDonald's.
Punch fast, nuke fade.
Nuke's going to come out, 105 damage, punch for 1507. Nuke fade, Nuke coming out with a punch. Nuke's going to come out 141. Punch is going to come out. Bye, Warmac. You got dismantled.
Pile of XP for the entire crew.
And we have... Okay. So...
Again, punch fast, fade, Nuke.
Don't touch!
Well then.
That's not good.
Let's just throw magic at this thing, you know.
Yeah, so it was not flame that Ruby wanted to show off this time. It was stone.
Yeah. Oh boy. And that in itself has added probably at least a minute and a half to Saracen's time right now, just trying to get through this Rubicante.
Yeah, but getting pretty good rolls on the spells, and just like that, Ruby goes down. So really, all Serisan has left to do is grab the rod, dive through Earth, call it good.
Yep. We might be in for a game 3 if we see that, or if Serisan is able to get this taken care of quick enough.
Yeah, that's going to be the question.
Looks like he is going waterfall to Kraken.
He did memory hole the rod.
You know, depending upon how bad this waterfall is, it might not be too terrible. It's a fairly linear waterfall so far. Of course, as soon as I say that is when it forked. Oh, well, we see it. Can't get to it.
Yeah. Looking like it's going to be up and around.
Yep. He saw where it was. He knew there was no path to it from where he came from, so he's just going to reset out, and it's just out.
Oh, Nightmares have thunder.
Nightmares. That's real fun. And Quad Axe.
And there's the Oxy Ale. This
is going to be kind of
close. It's going to be real close. I mean, if I remember correctly, we've had a few races come down to less than a minute. Are we going to add one more to that chalkboard?
Yeah, we'll see here.
If Pickles has the Stone Touch go off on the black belt, that could actually cause a Game 3 to happen.
That being said, that's a 3 in 256 chance. It's just, bad things happen to Serisan.
Yeah, that Stone Touch was a little mean. All right, hamster's doing more hamster things.
Yep.
The other equalizer that could be coming up is the ult final boss. Because if this ult final boss is bad enough, it could take a little while.
If it's a really bad alt final boss, that's gonna play in Serisan's favor because he has, the 2 nuke and a fade caster.
Yep.
All right. Pickles and Beer on his trip to McDonald. And Serisan pulling up to whatever Kraken's analog is going to be.
It's Greg! Hi, Greg!
And hits 1397. And
Fade
there
for 114.
Goes, yeah, and there goes Warmech for Pickles, and down goes Greg.
Pickles remembering life 2 there. And now it's time for Ruby as Serisan is getting ready to head on in.
Yeah, and it looks like Pickles is going fast punch, 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 and gets a turn order on Ruby, just demolishes it. Getting his third orb lit shortly behind Serisan, and Serisan diving into Topher at 4357.
This is going to be close. Finds Greg right off the bat.
Yeah, and I'm expecting punch fast nuke fade. 7 hits, 1030. And there goes the white mage. Well, this is fine. Oh no, didn't even go fast, just punch nuke nuke. Alright, well, that's fine. Oh,
Kenyato.
And Rubicante. So he went the hard side.
He did. Which means Pickles is going to have the Black Knight. That is where everything changes, and Pickles is going to take the lead here.
Yeah, this Black Knight is going to go down a whole lot easier than either of Serisan's.
I mean, this punch should take out Ruby, and it does. Pickles, though, probably about to pull into whatever the Chaos Incarnate is. Heal 3 is going to come out. Yep.
Just in time.
And we don't know what it's going to be until Serisan pulls. Oh, it's Fun Dead.
Yeah, okay. Oh, bad turn order for Serisan.
Very bad turn order for Serisan. And Serisan, unfortunately, going to be bounced out.
Oh, hate to see it.
We don't know about Pickles just yet.
Well, let's see here. Looks like Pickles is in the middle of the fight still. He is down to not that much left. Oh,
there we go.
There we go.
19 hits for a lot is going to make Pickles and Beer the SGL Online 2023 champion with an official racetime.gg time of 46 flat.
That was a good one. I wish we could have seen how that fight played out for him. But, things are going to happen.
Yeah.
All right, well, given that this was game 2 of 3 and Pickles won it, we're going to go ahead and send some invites out.
I'd say that's a plan. As Serisan working on taking out Fun Dead right now. Black Knight had Cure 4, Nuke's going to come out. None of the Phantoms go down. Next up is going to be Punch Fade Nuke. Black Knight with Scorch. Not going to do much of anything. 7 hits for 11, 12. Fade's going to come out. 192, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 46.59 is Serisan's official racetime.gg time for finishing in game 2. But a very valiant second place run.
Yeah, it seems like turn order is what kind of caused the win for Pickles and Beer here. We're going to see if they actually can get them both in. All right. And there is Pickles and Beer. GG's.
The champion.
Hey,
at that. Pickles.
Yo.
You getting turn order there on Fun Dead. Or things going very well, because your fight got lost on our side.
I saw that. It must have been SG. It wasn't me. I didn't drop any frames that time. Yeah, I got a good
happening to both of you.
Yeah,
got good turn order. The nuke and fade fast from the went off, and the nuke fade both went off. Got some high rolls on them too, and then the second round of fade. I think the Black Wizard went down, then fade went off and took the rest of the wrong eyes out. Phantoms.
There you go. I was gonna say the name will come to you.
Yeah, I played with the fun name, so it's I don't see the real name very often.
Right.
And we are also joined by Serisan, so GG Serisan. Unfortunately, we don't get to see go to game 3 because turn order did you dirty.
So it goes, man. I thought that the rainbow was going to be more resilient against Fun Dead than the hit point pools allowed.
So Serisan, I need to ask you a big question because Haight and I talked about it for quite a while.
Oh god.
Did you memory hole Sarda?
I realized that I memory holed Sarda as I was walking out of Waterfall.
I thought that's what happened.
So I'm guessing that Sarda had the rod and the ribbon was in Ordeals then? Or chain to ribbon?
Adamant to ribbon and Ordeals, probably.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Neither hit Ordeals this time as opposed to last time when you both decided to hit Ordeals for the ribbon.
So yeah, my thought process when I got the floater, and I don't know how it looked on your guys' side, other than I might have been a little behind for forgetting Warp and Marsh, but I got the floater in Titan, and I had purposefully not done the walkout and warp trick because if the floater was in Titans, I wanted to just be able to warp back to the entrance, and I knew I had enough steps if it wasn't the floater to walk to out to Sarda. So that was why Sarda got left behind. I'm like, I have Bottle, I've already translated Slab, I can warp, get the floater, turned in, do Lefane and Gaia, and move on from there. And then Sarda just right out the head.
Yeah, it happens.
Which, yeah, if that was the rod, well, that would have fixed the whole problem of the one floor of Earth where I was like, wait a minute, check inventory. No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was definitely
off the rod blade at least.
I did that in game 1 with Cardia. Completely memory hold it, and I was on my grind. Like, wait a second, I have I've only got 2 locations left, but I'm missing 3 items. I'm like, what did I miss? Now, Cardia. And then after the grind, I saw the loot there. I was like, crap.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, game 1, you also forgot to translate the slab the first time.
Yeah. And could have swore I did.
Yeah, let's jump back to game 1 for a little bit longer here, because Serisan, dude.
So I'm just gonna say my thought process on it, and you tell me where I messed up. So I get the red mage, and realize, oh, there's these Frosties here in Northwest. Maybe I can grab a couple supplemental levels. And then I can't hit them with the black belt at all. And I'm like, all right, it's okay. I got enough levels that I can safely do other locations, and I went to do other locations. And that felt okay. And then Ice did ice things, and I lost the grind on the Blue D. And it was one of those things where the Blue D didn't show the script and didn't show its evasion until the Red Mage died. And I was like, are you for real? Like, if you would have seen my webcam, because I had the webcam on for both of these games, and it just didn't get put onto the display. But that was the heart sink moment. And then I had to go all the way back through ice to get the incentive, and that was the floater. And then I'm like, well, I'm down to just the black belt anyway, because the Red D was incredibly violent. And then I was like, well, I guess it's time to try out those Frosties again.
Yeah. Ice did ice things.
It did. It really did.
Like, with how squishy that Blue D was, in my opinion, your thought process, it really wasn't wrong. The problem came in when it decided to go, oh, I'm gonna be dodgy now that you're just down to the one party member.
Yeah, and that's it. Like, it dodged everything. And I'm like, I've done almost 300 damage to it. They have around 300 hit points. When will this fall over? And then I got turn ordered.
Yep.
When will this fall over? Not in time, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was very, very unhappy with that. And, I mean, by the end, when I took the forfeit on game 1, I knew I was like 8 minutes behind Pickles, and that Blue D was only a contributing factor. Like, there was plenty that Pickles had done right that I had done wrong in that seed, and it was very evident as I still had an orb to light, and I think I still needed to stop and get... No, was I in go mode at that point?
You
Don't
still
think-
needed the orb at least. I think you had your item go mode, but yeah.
Yeah, so I was like halfway down Volcano when the finish came in, and I needed to clear Sky still. Like, no, let's just move on.
Yeah, because at that point, it really, the biggest time loss you had, and what sealed it for you was losing the grind there on that Blue D. And it's also at one of those tiles that you don't have a safe step off of it. So if you ended up taking a step without using any heal potions, got into an encounter, got an unfortunate crit,
Yeah.
that would have also bounced you out.
Yeah, and Pickles mentioned it, and he was like, yeah, it seemed a little dodgy.
Yeah, I didn't even try the Blue D. I only try that one typically if it's on like somewhere like Northwest, because I never have good luck with that one.
Absolutely fair.
Yeah, and game 2, you ran into Rubicante, who immediately did, oh look, 3 and 256, let's turn your black belt to stone, and cost you about a minute and a half.
Yeah, that's pretty lame.
Panic. Wait, I have 2 nuke casters and a fade caster. Calm.
I was going to say, that's exactly what you said in the race room after you finished.
Yeah, the 3 and 256 stone touch was rude. It happens. That was another contributor to the roughly 1 minute difference between us.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Looking at the restream, I'm pretty sure we pulled the Fun Dead the first time. I'm pretty sure we pulled them like the exact same time,
or within like 5 seconds of each other, and then just you watched my wizards get brutalized.
Yeah, you did not get turn order at all.
Oh wow.
And I mean, the other big divergence in that was Pickles going left versus you going right.
Yeah, I went left the second time.
I know you did go left the second time. Did you consider resetting out after going right and then immediately seeing it was Greg there?
I was concerned that I would lose more time to menuing because, I'll be honest, I had some race nerves. Pickles is a very strong opponent, and I was down a game, and my hands just were not working right. So I was like, well, if I reset, I have to walk back up, hit the orb, walk down one step, hit the loot, and all of these are places where my hands can just fail me. Whereas if I just, throw hands, nuke, fade, I'm probably okay because the spells are all in the exact same position in the menu. Like, down, down, A, down, down, A, down, down, A, down, down. Like, it's... There's no thought process there. And I was just like, worst case scenario, the next boss is Rubicante 2, and who knows? Maybe the other bosses had nukes or something. And no, it just didn't work out.
Now, the fun part was the Black Knight having Cure 4. That was a bit of a laugh.
That was an eye roll, for sure. Yeah. I mean, at least it hit the same phantom twice.
Yeah, I was going to say.
We're really going to make sure you're fully healed.
You're going to get fully healed, and then you're going to get fully healed again. That doubles your HP, right? No.
Overhealing's a thing, really? No?
No.
No, congratulations to Pickles and Beer for becoming our 2023 SGL Online Champion, and to Serisan coming in second place. This has been a pretty good tournament. Honestly, it's been a good one to watch. There's been some nice tight games, and this was a pretty good finale.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, honestly, I'm just gonna say it out loud. My hope today was that Pickles was going to be mentally exhausted from the other two tournaments he's competing in, and that the back-to-back was going to result in him memory holding more things than I did. And, here's where I am. GG Pickles, you whooped me, and you earned it.
GG Serisan. Yeah, the first game almost came out different, too. The eye was on Earth 4, and... yeah, 9300 XP the pop, and then on the way to the boss, I got hit with the 6-pack of images that wouldn't let my black belt run, and they went with lit 2, and then I'm getting worried about what's going to come next. The black belt got down relatively low HP. I started to sweat.
Oof.
Yeah. And then they busted out the heals and just kept healing each other over and over and over.
So, I just, I was not going to do Earth 4 for a grind when I saw that the Frosties were in Northwest. So, kudos to you for going for it. But I also remember in the first seed, one of the undead that I knew was going to be in Earth had some really nasty stuff that I saw in Ice. I was like...
I think it was the images. Or did they also have cremate?
I think so.
Yeah, it was got a little scary there. I checked Earth 4 simply because I had the firepower to take out the boss if needed. Actually, I think I was thinking that it was going to be Lich. So maybe that might have got rough.
I mean, Lich equivalent is still not terrible. It's like, 700-ish hit points max?
I think we had, Fire 3 and Ice 3 game 1, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you guys had Fire 3, Ice 3 game 1, because, the spell list I rolled did not do you guys any favors.
You want non-elemental sweepers? Too bad.
Yeah, you know what I was really angry about, though? That I had the Bane Sword as the starting AoE weapon twice.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was disappointment.
It was. If the shop item had been something that was immediate, either a turn in or like float or something, that Bane Sword would have been sold right now.
For game 2, I honestly considered that, but even though it was just the cube, and the whole thought process I had was, I have no offense yet. Like, when am I going to get an offense? And then level 3 happened, and it was all fine.
Yep. Yeah, I went to go fight Astos and saw the canal. I'm like, well, probably going to need that. Don't need it right now. And I looked at my spell menu. I'm like, you know what? I think I'll go do Marsh first and see if maybe there's something at level 3, because I think
Twinsies!
Yeah, you both did exactly that.
I'm like, I don't want to sit here trying to Bane Astos. It's like I don't know, it's under 15% or something like that. I'm like, nah.
It's horrible.
It's a
bad
really low
luck.
chance.
That's what it is. Yeah.
So, yeah, I did Marsh, forgot that I had Warp learned, and did not realize that I had Warp charges at level 8 on the Black Wizard. And then on the walk out, got damage poisoned to death, I think, or cracked or something. It was really
You got
gross.
cracked.
And
Yep, correct.
yeah, so I mean, I lost that Marsh dive, and then had to redive, and then I walked it out, and then I looked in the magic and saw the warp charges, and was like, oh no.
Yeah, and hey,
Well-
at least you didn't have to do ordeals this time, because of course you didn't, because you had warp.
Yeah, of course.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't apologize about that pillar maze.
Also,
That's kind of gross.
ice incentive location twice over.
Same chest.
Mhm. Yeah, just
Same
having to
chest,
go
'cause
all the way through.
It was Ice 3 in game 1, Ice 4 in game 2. It was real close, but not quite the same.
Okay. I mean, academic difference, because if it had been anywhere on the bottom floor, I was just going to warp all the way out.
It's same.
And then I get to the
No.
end and I'm like, well, it's probably faster for me to walk.
No, you don't get nice things. It's a finals.
Usually I'm better with terrible seeds. And, I'm going to be honest, because, all right, chat, if you were not aware, Hate and Sonny had an agreement that we had to rate the seeds when we were done to determine
Oh,
who
that's right.
rolled the worst one. And so for game 3, it was going to be whoever rolled the worst one was going to roll for that game. And
Because
game
we are
2 was
horrible.
worse. Game 2 was worse, just period. Game 1 was theoretically fine. And I don't even know what the end boss in game 1 was, because I just forfeit as soon as Pickles finished. I was like, I don't have time for this.
Snake pit.
Oh, yeah, whatever. You have Ice 3 and a black belt. It's fine.
Yeah, it was. That's
Yeah.
quick.
I mean, like, the worst part of game 2 really was getting to Fun Dead and then actually making it through the Fun Dead. Whereas with game 1, it was everything else and ordeals.
Yeah. So I do want to shout out those nightmares in Waterfall for game 2.
The
I
saw
Thunder
a nightmare, that's
Nightmares.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they wouldn't let me
Yeah.
run in round 1, of course.
Yep.
So again, if the webcam would have been on, I was very emotive about that. It was funny. I was just laughing at that point at the absurdity. Hey Pickles, are you coming to DC for the live event?
I will not. I would love to, but that's just not. No way that can happen. That would be so fun, though.
Okay, so maybe I got a shot.
I mean, you're not going to have me rolling seeds for it, so there's a chance.
Yeah, we'll have to see what Danny and Dark Moon roll up for us each game, I'm sure. Unless there's a match between Danny and Dark Moon, and then who rolls then? Probably me? I don't know.
Luffy.
I don't know, but it's going to be good. Yeah, with that brings the online portion for FFR to a close. And yeah, speaking of the other tournaments that are going on right now, well, later this evening on the Final Fantasy Randomizer channel in itself, we are going to be having Game 4 of our Week 1 League or Fall League, the Caster's Delight, where there are no spells to buy, but all the weapons have magic on them.
It's a fun flag set.
Yeah, it has
Fun
been
to
an
watch, fun to
interesting
play.
one. Yeah, it has been
Oh,
an
yes.
interesting one. And then again tomorrow at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern,
They're
we
real
have
fun.
then we've got Of Warriors and Dragons, which is a proc-gen overworld where you start with a single character and have to recruit other characters. It's been a fun flag set as well.
I'm gonna have to start practicing that.
It's very different from our normal flag sets. It's a lot of fun, but it requires some brain rewiring.
Yeah, I'm going to be jumping into that with no practice. But we'll be continuing with Fall League for, what is it, 5 more weeks after today?
Yep. So week 2 starts tomorrow. And then we have week 3 and week 4 of general availability of the teams. And then week 5 is the semis. Week 6 is the finals.
Yeah, week 6 is... Oh, those
Chaos.
finals are going to be icy. Yeah, it's a 4v4 co-op race, so it's... Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah, week 6 is literally chaos. But then after Fall League ends, that'll be where SGL actually happens, and I do believe we are having a tournament there. I don't know if we have anything planned between that and then our winter marathon over on the FFR channel, and that is helping the Burn Children's Foundation, if I remember correctly.
Correct. Burn Children's Fund, which is a partnership between the South Carolina Firefighters and the Medical University of South Carolina.
Thank you, Serisan.
Can you tell that I'm the person who writes the all the one sheets and, like host help?
Yes, I can. And it's extremely helpful that you do so, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. But there's a lot still to come for FFR, even as we get ready to close out the year. I mean, we're about to enter October, and then we just have November, December, and then we're on to 2024.
Yep.
Craziness.
Yeah, time is weird. Time is real weird. Speaking
Indeed.
of time, though, I want to say thank you to Pickles and Beer and Serisan for setting aside the time to do these races for us today, because, without the racers, there wouldn't be anything to watch or talk about. And really, just having Sonny and I sit back and talk about whatever, I don't think that'd be as entertaining as actually having a race to commentate. So if you like what you saw, toss them a follow, because, I think they've earned it.
Oh, they've done more than just earned it. Considering how these two seeds were, definitely give them a follow. And come check out FinalFantasyRandomizer.com, where you can jump into the FFR Discord and come hang out with us, learn FFR, play the game, have a good time. Serisan is the leader of our Duckling program and makes some really good seeds for that program. And we had 2 ducks in this tournament actually have to have the talk of graduation to becoming platypi.
Ducklings are what we affectionately call the new runners.
They're just getting their feet wet.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, with
ducks are
that,
cool anyway.
yeah, well, I was going to say, let's go ahead and get on to final thoughts. So let's start off with our champion, Pickles.
Hey, GG, Serisan. It was a lot of fun. And thanks to Hate, Sonny, and Maddie for comms and tracking, and SG for putting the tournament on and hosting us.
Serisan.
Well, GG's Pickles. Anybody who's been paying attention to this tournament knows that there has been no easy matches, and there have been some pretty big upsets along the way, and it's just been fantastic the whole way through. Nobody had an easy road, and I got knocked to the lower bracket by Pickles, and then I got slapped right out of the finals by him too. But those are earned wins, man. You definitely performed better than I could today. So GG's, congratulations to you, champ. And yeah, it was a good time. Thanks, Hate and Sonny, for doing the comms, Maddie on tracking, SG for hosting us. I know there were some technical issues, but we do what we can. And yeah, see y'all around.
And Sonny, take us on home.
Well, if you insist, Hate. Like I mentioned earlier, go to FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. Come and join the Discord. You can jump in the Duckling program, get your feet wet, learn the game. All of us are more than willing to teach you everything that we know. There's also a great wiki page with, I don't even know how many resources we have anymore on it, because it's that many resources. Yeah, many lots is a great quantification of it. Definitely be sure to check out past tournaments on YouTube, or even just random matches, because they do get uploaded to YouTube. And as always, make sure to give Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 2 through 6 a follow, as there will be more Final Fantasy Randomizer action happening on the Speed Gaming Network. As was mentioned, we have Fall League going on right now, and some of the Fall League matches actually do get put on here at Speed Gaming. So if you enjoyed the Final Fantasy Randomizer action, always remember there's going to be more. Hey, can you think of anything I'm forgetting before I do finish taking us on home?
I think we all good here. Just want to say thanks to the audience again for keeping us entertained, or for keeping with us through this, because we can do this with the commentary with just us as well, but it's a lot better with the audience too. So thank you again for your time too, folks.
Absolutely. Massive, massive thank you to all of you watching as the audience, and those of you that decide to watch later on YouTube. With that, though, let's get this tournament closed out right, Hate.
Indeed.
And I'll take a page from an old friend's book on behalf of our runners, Pickles and Beer and Serisan, my co-commentator, Hate the 13th, our tracker, Maddie /Isabel Zephyr /Madam Materia, our tracker who is known by many names that we all love. I am Sonny Wrath 11. I want to thank you all for watching this tournament as it's unfolded. We'll see you for the next tournament. We'll see you for Fall League. Keep the power of those orbs alive. Have a good night. Have a good day.